Yeah.
Sometimes I could be cool, but sometimes I can be difficult. Sometimes I make you happy, sometimes I make you miserable. Some days you gon' be saying I wanna spend my life with you. Then other days you gon' be thinking why'd I even get with you. Sometimes I could be nice, but sometimes I got an attitude. Sometimes I'm wild, sometimes my thinking can be irrational. I'm not trying to turn you off, get you away from me. I'm just trying to give you 100% honesty. I got some bad habits, bad habits. I got some bad habits, bad habits. I got some bad habits, bad habits. Really want you to be mine, don't want you changing your mind. Want you see my bad habits, bad habits. I got some bad habits, bad habits. Yes, I know I got some bad habits, bad habits. Really want you to be mine. Maybe I need some more time, cause I got some bad habits. Sometimes I can be a flirt, sometimes I'm a jerk. My sarcasm might get on your nerves. I have a really short temper and I always seem to curse. I never back down, I always make sure I have the last word. I know it's a lot, I got a couple issues. I should work on these things before I can get with you. But sometimes I wanna change, I'm ready to give it up. But other times I don't give a damn, I truly don't give a fuck. I got some bad habits, bad habits. I got some bad habits, bad habits.
Yeah.
I got some bad habits, bad habits. Really want you to be mine, don't want you changing your mind. Want you see my bad habits, bad habits. I got some bad habits, bad habits.
Word.
Yes, I know I got some bad habits, bad habits. Really want you to be mine. Maybe I need some more time, cause I got some bad habits. So
Yeah.
before you set your mind on this thing with you and I, understand I need to work on me before I can let anybody be part of my life. So before you set your mind, understand I need to work on me before I can let anybody be part of my life.
You are tuned in to Prophet Radio with your host, Prophet Pete.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What up, my people? You already know who it is. It's your boy, Prophet Pete, and you were tuned into another edition of the Prophet Radio Show on WEMS Radio. And every week we come to you with dope artists, dope topics, dope everything, because that's who we are. We just lit 100%. They can't do it like we do it. And as the saying goes, we are not the same. Just saying. So, got some dope guests in the building. We got the good people in the building from 7 to 8 p.m. And then from 8 to 9 p.m., we got Money Stacks in the building. We gonna get it lit. We just gonna be on fire tonight, talking about some things, talking about real good music, talking about vibes. So without further ado, I'm gonna bring in my peoples, the good peoples, because that's how we doing it. We gonna bring in the good peoples. My peoples, the good peoples.
What up?
What up?
No.
Peace, peace.
What's going on? My peoples, the good peoples.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
us.
What's going on, my fellas? You know, there's less of you guys this time.
Who was it last time?
No, yeah, it's just the two of us. That's it.
Yeah. Well, I know because it's a two different collaboration type of thing. Good people is you guys, and then
No, this the started 5 you're talking about, right?
yeah, the started 5. Yeah, there was more of you guys the last time I interviewed you.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
misunderstood. Yes, we got a lot of hats, brother.
I know. And you know what? That's a wonderful thing. And I
Yeah.
think being versatile and being able to collaborate and do certain things is necessary. It's
Indeed.
always been necessary in music.
Yes.
I think even more necessary now.
Agreed. Concur.
Yeah. So for those people that haven't met you before, I would love for you guys to introduce yourselves.
All right, I'll start. My name is M Ski, one half of the good people.
I am Saints. I'm the other half of the good people. The little.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Wait, our math is right? Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
think it's right. Yeah.
I was doing the math in my head. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, one half makes a whole. Right?
That's
There
it.
you go. See?
Right? That's perfect. So, you know, you guys have been making music for a long time, doing what you do, and you have this new project that you have out, and there's a lot of music on there that I think constitutes the way a project should be put together and the way just music should be put together in general.
Wow. Thank you very much for that, brother.
Nice.
Yeah. So what be, what made you guys come up with the name The Good People?
Saint, you want to handle it?
The good people. I think we mentioned this last time with people that weren't on the starting five interview. The good people is when we started and collaborated. At that time, we'd been through the industry, both of us. We dealt with a lot of people. There's a lot of shadiness that goes on in the business. A lot of flaky people in the business, and just from meeting M-Ski, I felt like we were some of the few people in this industry that were on the up and up and good people, actual good people. Just trying to make music and just be more on a positive light, not trying to screw people over for the benefit of us. And so compared to other people out there, we feel that we are good people, and we are. And that's how we live.
And you know what? Let me just add on to that real quick. Good people, when you first hear that name or whatever you want to call it, it's like, oh, good people. You're not thinking, I don't think anybody's thinking street. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not hardcore. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they're good people. But just please don't misunderstand. The good people is it's different levels. We're good people. We're good people in business. We're good people in life. And if you want to get that misconstrued with us being, soft or not standing our ground, you got it gravely mistaken. So I just had to actually add that on there to let you know that there's levels to the good people. It's not just they're good people. You know what I'm saying? We are good people, but there's different levels of depth to that name.
And I could say, at first glance, just reading it, and just the name of the group, it's when this is from my personal experience from reading it. At first glance, I was like, The Good People. I wasn't thinking hip hop when I first read it, right? Because you just see the name, so the
right.
Good People. So I'm like, what are we gonna get? But then I saw the pictures, and then I was like, oh, I know who these guys are. But it was yeah, I know these guys. So it's good that you cleared that up so that people have a better understanding of where the name came from. And
I even feel like the name Good People is almost like a blow dart. Now, blow darts are used by specific kinds of people, not in the general public. So we're like blow darts. It's like you see the good people. Oh, it's the good people. Bam, we hit you with that dart. It's like, oh, damn, hold on. This is some different shit. you know what I mean? We're like the blow dart of hip hop. There's a lot of cats. I'm telling you, you see the name and then you see our pictures like, oh, okay, it's a white guy, black guy. That's cool. No problem. We don't look like, I think the quality, the depth of quality of music that we put out. And I think we're like the secret weapon, man. That's the way I look at it.
I would agree. I would agree because, especially with everything being on social media and just everything being so visual, people will attempt to judge what your music sounds like just by the way you look.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, sometimes you get the people that are like, yo, you're dope. Or you get the people like, yo, you're dope. And you can tell the way they're saying it, like unexpectedly dope.
Right. Exactly.
Did not expect that.
And it's just weird. I think to me, before we had all these visuals, people heard your music first before they judged you. Now they judge you before they even hear your music. It's weird. Like, oh, I'm not gonna listen to it. You don't look like a current hip hop artist. You wear your tattoos, wear your colorful hair. There's certain things that they're looking for before they even press play.
That's true. We're not really for that demographic of people anyway. It's for probably
But I
for a
think you
different kind
could
of person.
definitely do some colorful hair and some tattoos. I think you got it. I think you
Yeah,
got
I got it. Yeah,
you
my,
got it.
my wife will. Let me pass up on my wife. See what she thinks.
I don't
Feels
think
about
you're gonna
that.
like it too much.
Nah, she ain't gonna feel that too much.
The other really crazy deep thing about us is that we create what we like, period. It's not really about, oh, we got to make it sound like this. Saint will come up with a track. I'm always writing. So he comes up with a track, he'll send it to me. I'm like, yo, I got something for that. Because I'm always writing about real different things. Look, I'm even going to put my personal business out there. I have a child with autism. So that complicates things a little more as a parent. So when I have my luxuries of time to write, which is like I just put my son to bed after he's been crying for an hour, and I got to get rest, but I got to get up in the morning because I got to get him to school. That's the time when I'm writing in the bed, like under the covers. You know what I'm saying? So my mind is always working, and I'm always thinking about real things. So I think the main credible reason why our music is just so strong, in my opinion, is that because Saint just has the ability to capture these different moods with the way he samples. And of course, we give you that hip hop knock. Like there's always that drive behind it. But then, when I come in, because I'm the lead of the MC of the group, when I come in, I'm always trying to throw something at you that, and as a music listener, you hear music first, and it's like when you process it, and then once you get deeper into it, especially if a MC is saying something, it resonates with you, especially if it's about real life. Am I right?
Yeah, definitely. And I think I love music, and like the music that you guys create is that, like you said, the whole processing part.
Right.
Like, I like to listen to a song and just like really listen to it, hear it. And after I process it, I go back and hear all the other stuff that I might have missed because I got caught up on a lot of the stuff that was being said.
Yes.
I think that dynamic music like that is just wonderful because it's like you don't know what you're gonna get, and every time you listen to it, you're getting something different. So it sounds like a whole new track.
You know what? If I could put this phone down and give you a round of applause, I would, because that was brilliant. that is exactly, yes, you were spot on, brother. Spot on.
And it's just necessary. So with everything that's going on, especially, you guys have been around in the music industry for a long time, and you said there's a lot of things that have happened within the music industry. Do you think there's a particular reason why they're preaching so much of own your own masters, create your own, be your own? Because like every time I turn around somewhere on social media, they're talking about all the bad situations that people have been in the industry. You think you're getting money, but you're really not getting anything. You're broke before they even cut you the first check. So own your own, or own your own.
I think that in music, musicians, they're artists, they're not businessmen. And the businessmen come along, and these guys are masterminds at this and how to manipulate and go about it. Where our mindset is making music, their mindset is making money. So they look at us like, how can I make money off them? And after so many years, they figured out, a perfect formula how to do it, and basically how to trick artists, make it look, tempt them to come in and make it look all great, and kind of give this presentation that's amazing, knowing damn well in the back end that they're going to be reaping all the benefits. And it's just, and then by the time the artist has kind of caught up and figured out and has now sort of have a business mind, been around the industry, it's too late. You've already signed off on your stuff, and they find people like that.
You know what? When I found out that Public Enemy, who was one of the biggest groups in hip hop of all time, when I learned that they didn't start getting paid until their second album, or I think it was even the third. That tells you right there there's something wrong. There's an imbalance. And even back then, everybody always wanted to get signed to a record label, but the smart ones, you have your reservations because certain things just don't look, it just doesn't look right, but a lot of cats are thirsty and, they take that bait and then they find out after the fact, after they sign the dotted line or they have bad representation or whatever, they find out the hard way and it sucks.
I think that in the beginning, if they're fronting a lot of the money, I get that part. Maybe not making money in the beginning, they're putting their money. They have to recoup their money. It's once they get to the recouping part, the splits don't make sense.
Right.
And all of a sudden, they're taking way too much of the pie, and that's really where I think where the problem comes in. I'm not against them. If they're putting up their money, you probably have to be doing some free stuff in the beginning. It's not your money; it's their money. I get it, but once they get that money back, then they got paid back. It's time to split things up evenly, and I think that's where it goes wrong.
Yeah.
It historically has gone wrong, especially in hip hop. I'm not too sure. I don't see a lot of the other genres talking about it too much like that, but hip hop for sure.
It happens in all the genres. I think you go back to the Motown days of Snaps.
Well, yeah,
looking at all that stuff. Just people just getting
working for free forever.
Yeah, this has been going on a while.
Yeah, so it's like, but they always joke about hip hop a lot. The rapper starter kid and whatever it is, and you got to buy the gold chains, you got to buy the house, you got to buy the fancy cars, and then you're already in the hole and they didn't even really make music yet.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's a formula right there that's created for that reason. Put you in that hole.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look, it goes deeper than that. I mean, look at that formula and look at what. I mean, I don't want to go into it, but what they do to the black community in this country to put you in that hole, and it's almost the same kind of formula, And then they just bring it over into the music industry. I don't want to get too deep on it, but
preach, brother Saint, preach that word.
They call you Saint for a reason, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it definitely is true, and the formula is the same, and they just take it and they place it in certain areas, and we tend to be attracted to what is shiny, right? Mm-hmm. If it look good, we're gonna go that way. It's not necessarily good, right? But that's what we do, and that's what we've been trained to look for. But I think it's it being put out there so much right now, people are starting to wake up. Things are changing a little bit. So I think there's like a mass chaos right now. We're trying to figure out, the majors is trying to figure out how to recoup what they're losing. And, the minors, the independents are trying to figure out how to stay independent. You know
what? Let me just say this. I really believe that right now, within the last 8 years, there's been a major resurgence in underground hip hop. Because underground hip hop, once 97 hit, there was a split. You either went the commercial route or you went underground. But there was a certain number of years that the underground really didn't have its, it was cool, but it didn't really have its footing. You had your main groups, and then all of a sudden it reached this other level where me and Saint kind of came in, because that was like 2006. And me and Saint were just like, yo, we just like making dope music, and we started doing our stuff. I don't know. I feel like you know what? Never mind.
I think one thing
I think I'm getting off track.
I think that influences our music in a way. I guess I don't know if influence the right word, but I never looked at this as a moneymaker, business, job. Never put all my eggs in this one basket of music, hoping it's going to work out.
Yeah.
I always had a career on the side. I got a job. So I'm not chasing the dollar with this music thing, which is also, I think, our sound, because people then when they're scrambling. They're like, I got to make money. I got to sound like this. This is what's selling.
Right.
We don't care what's selling.
Right.
We're doing okay. Otherwise, other than the music, and we're going to make the music we want to make. And the fans that come along, great. And just hop on the wagon with us.
Right. So do you think that is your formula? Right, to not putting your eggs in one basket?
I would definitely say to all new artists, don't jump in completely. into music and just forget about everything else. You got to have some side hustles. Got to do things on the side. I would say legally, if you can, probably better off.
True indeed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I think that's important, right? When you put all your eggs in one basket and you're scrambling, you're trying to figure out how you're gonna eat, or how you're gonna take care of your responsibilities or whatever it may be. Then you start to conform to what people are saying are hot, or the industry is painting to be hot, and you lose your sound.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
For the good people, like you were saying, you guys stay true to yourselves, but it's because you guys set yourself up in that fashion to be able to do that, right? You have your 9 to 5, your job, or your career to be able to handle what you need to handle at home. So if you're not selling records or pushing numbers, you don't got to change, but you still gonna make your music,
right?
And that, I think that's super important, and I think that's what a lot of people need to take into account. It's not and being in the music industry is not a get rich quick situation. It does take time. It might seem like people have these overnight success stories, but that's because they never tell the whole story.
Exactly. And go ahead, Saint.
I would say people, I think you go the wrong route if you look at the music thing completely. There is the business side to it, of course. You should understand how the business side works. But if you look at it as just the business, I think it's going to affect your art. We have a manager, and I try to leave more of the business stuff to him, more, that business minded, and leave the music and the artistry to us, not be so concerned about the business side. And I think that'll affect people's music and directions that they go.
I think so. I think that's the best way to do it, right? Stick to what you know.
It's good. I mean, of course, understand the business.
You know what? The other thing,
but you don't gotta be the end all be all when it comes to the business aspect, because there's somebody that can handle that. You might miss something.
If you can do that, I think. I mean, I know it's not everybody can go out and get a manager, but you find somebody who believes in you who could handle that part. I think it would help your music side.
Yeah,
that's my opinion.
So let's talk about this project, The Fallback, because I listen. Well, just reading the title, I get a couple of different vibes from it, right? So the fallback, like you just falling back type of situation.
Yeah, it's got a few meanings. I mean, the one meaning is we had the summer EP last year, so this is the fallback. This is basically the EP for the fall. So we're doing kind of season themes, and then there's the whole fall back. And if you want to kind of
chill, son.
Yeah,
chill.
Fall back.
Yeah, no doubt. Word up.
So between, because you got 6 tracks on this project. Between both of you guys, which one would you identify as your favorite? Like that one that you listen to is like, yo, we really did it. Like, this is the shit right here.
My personal favorite is Okay Then with Elder Sensei.
Okay.
I love that track.
Mine is The Feel, was the single that we did with Master Ace. I love that beat. And then M came up with, I think, a brilliant hook for it. It's just catchy. And I love the feel of that track and how it came together.
Okay, so I want to play those two first for the people. So we're gonna go with
the single first. Go with The Feel.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna go with. I was gonna go with The Feel first.
Yep.
Right? We're gonna go with The Feel first, and then Okay Then right after that. So if you guys would do me the honors of reintroducing yourselves in this track.
Okay, so this is Saint and M-Ski. We are the good people. This is The Feel featuring Master Ace.
Master Ace.
Off the Fallback EP, produced by our man Shaw the
Analog Bastard.
Yeah.
me, but can't deny my legacy, son. On these tracks that I run, from staying fit with the real shit. Exercising alive on any run-ups. Popping up and popping off like a gun up. Super efficient with the move lyrics. That means I enter your soul and move spirits. Tarnish your title like you play for the Astros wherever you go. So it affects how your cash flow.
I can feel the sun shining on my future days. Sometimes life surprises you in unusual ways. I'm not poised to blow due to my musical taste. So we took this junkyard and made it a beautiful space. It's been a good run. At times we were losing the race. The comeback kids are now grown and we're choosing our pace. Forget first place or gold. I'll enjoy the journey. And later on, look back like a 30 for 30.
Feel what I feel when I feel what I'm feeling. The good people are here. This is my shine. This is our shine. This is our shine. This is our shine. So feel what I feel when I feel what I'm feeling. The good people are here. This is my shine. This is our shine. This is our shine. This is our shine.
Yeah. You can feel it, filling up the hole in your spirit, penetrating your soul when you hear it. That means love is in close proximity. This is that don't stop energy, feel the connection, and it's stamped with the seal of protection. This is how you heal an infection. This is lifeblood. This the antidote for the nightclub. The filament inside a light bulb. We make it work, but it ain't free labor. And when we worth something like Lee Majors, neighbor, whole nation of $6 million men. That's a good place to begin, yeah. But when the rubber meets the road like a firestone, every narcissist gonna die alone. Find a quarantine quiet zone. This is real rap shit, something you should try at home.
Feel what I feel when I feel what I'm feeling. The good people are here. This is my shine. This is our shine. This is our shine. This is our shine. Feel what I feel when I feel what I'm feeling. The good people are here. This is my shine. This is our shine. This is our shine. This is our shine. Silent but large power like I'm running a country. You don't know the rum of my reach when I get hungry. I'm never like a sofa that's comfy. Gotta be aggressive like the engine of a Humvee. But then I'm doing the Humpty skating off. Back to the lab to go opposite of soft. Driven like a locomotive to keep the pressure on. Training myself to balance and never measure wrong.
You dead wrong if you said you saw me falling off. Song for songs are beat down, then they haul them off. Pause then cough the live show is not for the soft. We light it up and burn it down like a Molotov. All in all, the good people's equals quality. Solemnly swear to tell the whole truth, nothing but honesty. Shaw the analog keeps a knocking till you wobbly. Shout to Carter P, Harbor City, give it Monopoly.
Feel what I feel when I feel what I'm feeling. The good people are here. This is my shine. This is our shine. This is our shine. Our shine. So
Feel what I feel when I feel what I'm feeling.
people are here. This is my
This is
shine.
our shine. This is our shine.
This is our shine. This is our shine.
Feel what I'm feeling. This is our time, this is our shine. This is our time, this is our shine. Feel what I'm feeling. This is our time, this is our shine. This is our time, this is our shine.
Definitely a feel good vibe. Like for real. Like
That's cookout music.
yo, that's like it's but it dag, you know what? You said cookout music. Now I'm envisioning all these damn cookout people playing volleyball, three-legged race, all types of stuff.
I'm saying the potato salad two-step, son. You know what I'm saying? You're at the table like,
But you know what? I must say this because every time I listen to the stuff that you guys put out, I have to mention the quality of the production. Like that is just like, to me, it's flawless. Like, and I really listen. So I'm listening to everything that's going on, and everything is just clear, and the quality and everything is so crisp, and it's just like
Brother, you got to believe in the saint.
That wasn't my beat.
But I'm telling you, like the quality, like there's a lot of stuff that I can listen to that I'm like, is not even a quarter the quality of what I just heard. And these are examples that people need to follow when they do put out music. Like from the lyrics to just everything.
Well, listen, I think production is subjective because different people have different kinds of ears. But I think we come from the analog era, so that has a heavy influence on our sound. Of course, Saint gets down on the ASR. It's crazy. But Shar actually, who did the production on this, he uses the SP1200. And a lot of cats overseas are enamored with the whole 90s era and 90s production. And of course, the SP1200 is that's like the god of drum machines for the 90s. So yeah, I mean, our man Shar's production is clean as hell.
Yeah, that was sweet. That was whoo. Yeah, this vibe.
Potato salad 2-step, son.
Definitely vibing to that one. So let's get into this okay then. All right, y'all want to introduce that one for the people?
All right, it's the Good People and Shaw the Analog Bastard. This is the track called Okay Then, featuring Elder Sensei of the legendary Artifacts crew.
Here we go, y'all.
Shout to Old Dirty Bastard, Shaw the Analog Bastard, and the Good People. What more you need? It's that hip hop, baby.
Oh, okay then.
Whacker than some elbow patches on a blazer. Your touch is out of style as you quit ahead or later. Trying to dress it up like the real, like it's a mannequin. Is your plan to win just what with your shenanigans? I see you do that, your image becomes invisible. I'm suited well with the Joe Clark principles. Ruler school of the new fools and old too. Move like the riffs on the beat shit when I roll through. I got the presence of more than a man with a crew. See, I'm the moment and the lesson to humble you. Keep your attention in check like chess moves. We're watching how you behave and then your stress moves. Hate on your winning with sinister grinning. Cause I know you're not legitimate and gone in a minute. The game is on the incline and many won't make it. So they try to elevate it way quick and get taken.
Why does it feel like every time I look around, I see a lot of fake shit going down? Topic, same flow with the same sound. Some of this don't make sense.
Let me break it down.
Cats are killers.
Oh, okay then.
Dudes are dealers.
Oh, okay then.
Really got it like that? Oh, okay then. All y'all think you can rap? Oh, okay.
Woo!
First style is fit, Jersey wild shit, loudest. Wardrobe is cold flows, frostbit, fake bosses, fraudulent caution, you the problem. Reason for the doubt and trial and artist robbing. Fans, ladies and stands, air lights, prayer mics, sharing spotlights, the stage presence device here. Most not nice, device handling and might manage it not right, giant and bright. We professional merch, best in your words, pedal shirts, incredible metal, exceptional verse. When it crunch time, overdrive, bars are oversized. Over the line, you over out of order sign. Recorder of mind-boggling rhymes, rocking them. Low and 10 moccasins, fair pieces, be copping them. It's what the crowd wants. It takes more, scribbled in books, but digitized for a better look.
Why does it feel like every time I look around, I see a lot of fake shit going down? Same topic, same flow with the same sound. Some of this don't make sense. Let me break it down. All these cats are killers. Oh, okay then. All these dudes are dealers. Oh, okay then. Y'all really got it like that? Oh, okay then. All y'all think you can rap? Oh, okay then. I know some cats who got flow but they ain't saying shit. Like to brag about dope but can't pay for shit. And then they skin it, in other words, they faking shit. Fictional pictures similar to creating scripts. What I say is legit and those can vouch for that. No fillers, I keep it lean without an ounce of fat. Sounded whack, auto-tune, but sounded flat. These new rappers' names? Yeah, good luck pronouncing that. I house the track like a train station. My brain's taking a minute to compute all the shootings you're faking. I'm just saying, how is anyone left in your town? And when confronted, you're like, nah, I'm just messing around. That's just entertainment. While you're seeking payment, these kids are out here emulating what you speak in layers. Sounding like cavemen, educated Neanderthal. It's Judgment Day and I'm the thunder when the hammer falls. Feel like every time I look around, I see a lot of fake shit going down. Topic, same flow with the same sound. Some of this don't make sense. Let me
break it down.
Cats are killers. Oh, okay then. All these dudes are dealers. Oh, okay then. Y'all really got it like that? Oh, okay then. All y'all think you can rap? Oh, okay then.
That shit is banging.
Yeah. Yo, you know what? I was just, as we're going through the music off this project, I'm trying to figure out how I could describe the music the way I feel it to the people. And one of the things that I can say is that when you listen to your music, you need a thesaurus, right? Because people have to sit there. No, it's not that it's a bad thing, right? Because you're putting things in a certain way, just the way the verbiage, the lyrics, the bars are put together. It's like some people might have to go look up some things and be like, what was he really trying to say? What was he trying to say? It's a little too intelligent and intellectual for me.
You know what? I try to, at least when I'm rhyming, I try to ride that line of, it's definitely not dumbed down, but not what they call spiritual lyrical miracle. Like where it's just like super spaced, just too like spaced out there and stuff, but still understandable. So I try not to really go over people's heads. I try not to.
You know what? I rhyme like I would talk to somebody. I'm just talking to you. I'm not even rhyming. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the way I write my lyrics. Like I'm actually having a conversation with you. You're not responding, obviously, but I'm talking to you. And if you listen to the cadence and how I ride the tracks, it's like, oh, he's just kicking it with me.
It's
I'm not
conversational. Yeah.
Right. It's conversation rap. You know what I'm saying? I think like those people that get it are like, yo, I've been looking for this. Cause a lot of MCs, I mean, look, punchlines are crazy dope. I mean, there's some legendary MCs, but sometimes it's like what they rhyming about. It's like, what are you talking about? You like the beat is dope, but I'm like, what are you talking about? But I think with me and Saint, the beats are always going to be dope. And then on top of that, it's like, these cats are actually saying something. Every word formulated within the cadence means something.
And I would agree. Like, I would say that it's like, because it's conversational, right? The way you guys put your bodies of work together, it's almost as similar to as what they would consider conscious rap, right? Because you're talking to them like you got messages, you're saying something. So it's not just popping bottles and doing whatever in the club. Like you guys are saying stuff. Like
I mean, I feel like there's only so many ways that stuff could be said, and that's being done already. Leave that to them.
Right.
Exactly. That's not our lane.
No.
Like, I think you paved the lane very well that you guys are in.
Thank you, brother.
If you listen to the lyrics, to be honest, we're calling out a lot of those people, verses, and the imagination of some of these people and this fantasy world a lot of these MCs are living in on their tracks, where I think it's important to have real life and be realistic and have stuff that people could relate to, especially nowadays.
Exactly. And the fact that our music is also very intelligently melodic. Along with that knock, we definitely have, from what I believe, a lot of female listeners, and females buy records. And across the world, there's a lot of females that respond to our music. Yo, I like your stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's a positive, because I think females travel to bunches. You know that. You know what I'm saying? And I just found out about this new group called The Good People. One of her girlfriends might tell 8 more. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the way I look at it. Women buy records. And I think when you overload your stuff, and before I say that, we don't really cater to the street, but I think a lot of the things that we talk about deal with things both in the street and in the home from a family perspective. So we're covering both angles. A lot of people don't do that. Our manager even told us, He said, "Yo, man, I like the way you guys write. You guys write songs.
Mhm.
You know, a lot of dudes, like I said, just rhyme. They just rhyme, and bars is amazing. But okay, what can I get from this record?" Our manager even told us, "Yo, I like the way you guys write songs. You know, without even really trying. I think we come up with, you know, dope hooks that are not obviously catchy, but absolutely it gets in your head."
Yeah, like well, from the field, right?
Mhm.
There was a line that was said that caught my attention, right? And it was a narcissist is gonna die alone, right?
hmm
Now, some people might not even know what a narcissist is, but
Right?
because you
True.
said it, and they're like they're gonna die alone, they go. That's when the whole thesaurus thing, right? They're gonna go look it up. They're gonna try to figure it out. It's like, yo, I don't want to die alone. I don't want to be a narcissist. Like, I need to go check that out. But then there's so many more punches like that.
But you know what? The thing is, when you mention thesaurus, like I think the attention span of a lot of cats is very short these days because there's so many people that are trying to come out and do music. I don't really think only the real special cats, like the 37 follower dudes, you know what I'm saying? Like the dudes that follow you everywhere you go,
Yeah.
like they're studying your shit. But I think a lot of people are just like, you know what? It sounds good, but I don't really want to know what narcissist means. You know what I'm saying? No, there are people like that, and it's just like that's
Yeah.
cool. But I think when you delve into, yo, I want to learn something new today. Yo, I like his voice. I like the beat. What does narcissist mean? Bam! Somebody will go and look that up, and then their head will explode because then they actually understand the line after they done heard the song a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when your worth just, I think it just explodes because then people start to appreciate, yo, there's something special here. There's something good here that we can take something from.
And I think there's got to be that balance because as time goes on and it's just the dumbing down of hip hop. They dumb it down as far as they can,
Yeah.
and I'm sure it's going to get even worse at some point. You got to have balance. You got to have the other side of that. And so people ain't going to be brain dead in a few years. You know, listening to a lot of this stuff.
I'm trying to tell you.
Got to exercise your mind.
That's right.
Did we lose him?
Oh, are we talking to ourselves?
Hi.
Wait, no. Well, the cam is still on. Wait, is it? Hold on. It says live on custom live streaming service.
Just us talking?
But is it just we're talking to ourselves?
I don't know.
Wow. I guess we'll wait a couple of minutes here. Maybe he might pop back in. That's weird. It's like,
How you doing?
hey, you know, it's clock on the wall behind you. I
Yeah.
see it's 7:45. You know, actually, maybe we should just shut this down and go watch the Mets game. I'm not sure what's happening.
So we,
Yeah, I don't
so
know.
we took over the show.
Well, if this is still recording on any kind of device that the interviewer is having, you can reach us at thegoodpeople.bandcamp.com. A lot of our stuff is up there. We're also available on other digital retail outlets. Check out The Good People. A lot of stuff out there, been around since 2006. You can hit up our Instagram at The Good People Hip Hop. That's the group page. Saint's personal page is at Saint Good People. My personal page is at DJEMSKEE. Facebook page is facebook.com/good people and the good people NY. And am I missing anything?
You said the IG, the Good People Hip Hop?
Yes.
You did. Okay.
IG.
Oh, wait. He's back.
Is he there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hello. Oh, what happened?
I have no idea.
We wrote the show for you. We got you. We're like, we got this.
Did you hear anything we were saying or no?
No, I didn't. I couldn't hear a thing.
We kept it. We were like, is he here? I don't know if he's here.
Like, we're just gonna.
Where's he at?
On.
Oh, so anyway, if you want to check us out,
just like we'll fill in for a minute.
This is great. All right.
Perfect. See, professionalism at its finest.
There you go. Yeah, man.
Yeah, and you know, I wanted to ask you guys before all that happened. I wanted to ask you guys, like, how important are those numbers? Like, do those numbers drive you like on social media, or you know, all the platforms that you guys put your music out on?
You know what's funny? We were just kind of talking about this today. Because my background is other than music is marketing. And we don't you'll see we don't do any fluff. Like we may not have the numbers of some people, but we have I think some respectable numbers. They're all real. There's a lot of fake numbers out here. There's a lot of fluff. A lot of people with paying for fake views and fake follows and things like that. You never get that from us. So even if the numbers are low, at least these are real fans. These are real people. I think that's more important to us than having some inflated fake number for everybody to look at and be oohing and ahhing at.
Yeah, agreed.
And I would agree with you guys 110%.
Yeah,
I think there is so much fluff out there, and they have websites that cater to boosting your followers or buying likes or doing this and doing that. For $10, $20, $50, you could get 10,000 followers. Like,
it's funny. I mean, you see so many sites or people's their pages. They got like 50,000 followers, and then they post up something and it gets like 5 likes. The math doesn't add up. It's obvious.
It's truly obvious.
Yeah.
Oh, they have.
And it's corny to me. It's corny.
Yeah.
I think because I truly believe that it's more important to have those real followers, right? Like Mr. Smith was saying, to have those 35 people that follow you around, know all your music, know everything about you, that they studied everything.
Yep.
And to have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 fluffs around there that don't really rock with you, that not really paying attention to what you're saying. They just came across something and just figured, I'm gonna click on this button. I think that's more important.
The danger of numbers, like, my personal Facebook page, I got like over 3,000 friends, right? But I don't know half of these people, to be honest with you. So it's like when people brag about, yo, man, I got 2,000. How many of those people do you know? You don't know many of those people. So it's just like, why not cater to an organic following of people that actually like your stuff? It's going to be a slower road, and obviously Saint knows more about this than me. But if it's going to be a slower road, at least I would love for it to be more organic than to be all these manufactured fans that are like, yo, I just like the good people. Who's the good people? That doesn't do us any favors. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're liking the good people, but they don't even know who the hell we are. But I think the way that we've been doing stuff now also, I mean, obviously the COVID is here and there's really not a lot of traveling and stuff going on. But I think because of our approach, the same approach since 2006, I think that is going to help us moving forward, traveling internationally, because a lot of our fan base is overseas. People hit us from overseas all the time, So I can't wait to get out there and to actually see our organic fans rather than having to pay for 50,000 fans and 5 people show up at the show.
Yeah.
Like say,
So, you guys are talking about overseas, and I could definitely see that. Like, you guys out there, London and all those places out there just rocking, because I've interviewed a couple of guests and stuff from out there, and what they describe the scene to be, like, you guys just ooze that, like, with your music. So it's something that would be definitely receptive. Like, forget it, you go out there, you might not never come back, because they're gonna be like, no, you can't leave. Like, we've been waiting for you. Like, turn it to the golden child. They want the knife, and you got the knife. That's it. I'm just saying, because the vibe of the music is just, it takes me back. And I don't want to say that your music is dated. It's just, it was feel good, real music. The quality, the lyrics, the total package of it is just there. And there's areas in this world that look for that because they didn't have it at the time that it was there, and you're able to give it to them.
I like that perspective.
That's
Yeah,
interesting.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I remember this.
They're
I remember the
not
first.
playing something from 1996 or 94 or 2000. Like they're playing the joint you just dropped last week.
Yeah, I mean that's a good feeling. We just need about 2 billion of those people, and we're good.
2 billion real people.
Real
2 billion
people,
real
exactly.
people.
That's
Right.
right.
We don't need none of those social media internet farms.
Nah, I can't do it, man.
Yeah.
Can't
So
do it.
before we get up out of here, what's one of the last joints you want us to play for the people before you get play for the people from the good people? All right, there's a lot of people stuff going on right now. I think
What you say, Saint? What you wanna pick the track?
What's that one called? When it counts.
When
I
it
think
counts.
I
Okay,
think
that's
is fitting. It's
that's
number two, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, when it counts, I think that's what we're touching on the COVID topic, so it's kind of
Yes. Yeah.
relevant to what's going on today.
Remember, conversational rap. We are talking to you in this song, and just it's a dope song.
Right. Here we go, y'all. When it counts.
Yo, remember, don't get a story you don't know rearrange about anything you hear that's involving our names. What you see is what it is, and get bids and bounce. We always rise to the sky when it counts. Remember, don't get a story you don't know rearrange about anything you hear that's involving our names. What you see is what it is, and get bids and bounce. We always rise to the sky when it counts. Hey yo, we're the good people and we travel the spectrum. Fielding like an outfield base hit, collecting them. And serving colors that'll balance the contrast. And happy in your heart that we're worth your hard-earned cash.
Jump splash, that's me diving in. When good people return, then it's live again. Crossing over's not the answer like Iverson, so I'ma pen the lyrics good for you like a vitamin.
Now we'll see who's who, now that the field is on a COVID level. Everybody's at home sick and just trying to settle. But the hungry fight the stress and the time waste. We find a way to fill up every inch of the mind space.
I know it's annoying, but try to find some enjoyment during these hard times of sickness and unemployment. Unavoided disappointment, but keep paddling, maintaining and managing till we back again.
Remember, don't get a story you don't know rearrange about anything you hear that's involving our names. What you see is what it is, we get bids and bounce. We always rise to the sky when it counts. Remember, don't get a story you don't know rearrange about anything you hear that's involving our names. What you see is what it is, we get bids and bounce. We always rise to the sky when it counts. Hey yo, if you lost a business or a person you love within this new horizon of the mask and the gloves, universal blessings and heartfelt hugs to you. We send love to you.
It's been a tough year.
Yes to the survivors, nurses and truck drivers, essential workers in the field. It's surreal, like a movie but real. We keep it moving like a wheel and keep doing it still because they say music heals.
So big ups to our man Sharp, producer superstar, laying beats for these bars like an alcoholic raw star. A lot of hitting with a force driven. Wow, but people like it and turn up with a smile.
We plan to be here for a while, let's keep building together. You're not just a fan, you're my man's nothing lesser. Not just fair weather, now that's a bond forever. You took time to listen, we're grateful beyond measure.
Remember, don't get a story you don't know rearrange about anything you hear that's involving our names. What you see is what it is, we get bids and bounce. We always rise to the sky when it counts. Remember, don't get a story you don't know rearrange about anything you hear that's involving our names. What you see is what it is, we get bids and bounce. We always rise to the sky when it counts.
That I would say that one right there so far is my favorite.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
because and I'll explain it. I'll explain to you why. Because it wasn't where you guys just had just sections of it where you had your verse and Saint had his. It was the cohesiveness of the good people, where it was like Smith started, you finished. And it was just like but you kept it like it was just so dynamic. It was one of those things that it was like, yo, what we got coming next? Yo, is he going spit a whole 16? Nope. Oh, what happened? Oh, yo, they finishing each other's 16s right now. Oh, what's going on? So it's just the beauty of music and being able to vibe with the person that you're making music with. Like, because sometimes you would hear music and you got somebody that drops their first verse, you got the person on the second verse, and they have nothing in damn common. The only thing they got is the beat.
Right.
So
Right.
Like, oh, okay. So like I definitely vibe with that.
Thank you, man.
Like I vibe with it. Like, yo, that's what I call good music from the good people, right? Good music for the good people.
I told you there's levels, man.
There's levels to this, right?
There's levels.
For real. Yeah.
Nah, thank you. We appreciate that, brother. I mean, listen, the other thing that keeps us level too is that we just keep working. We do what we do, bam, put that on the shelf and then just keep working on the next thing. But I think what happens is a lot of people get caught up in their own hype, if you will. Like, you make a dope track, it just feels good when it's like everybody's like, yo, it's hot. But the thing is, it's like, look, we know we make dope music. We make what we want to make. And I think we've been around since 2006. And I think people are finally starting to be like, oh, wait a minute. Just like you said with the verses. Oh, wait, what's happening? What's going on? I think people are like, yo, the good people, like, I've been hearing some things. So, we're just trying to continue in that vein, man. It's just like my philosophy, and I think I can speak for saying you're only as good as your last release, because, nowadays, especially, you gotta keep hitting people, because, you make a dope song and everybody loves it for a week or two, and all of a sudden you're right back in the darkness. You know what I'm saying? But if you just keep working, just keep putting little stuff out there, man. I mean, eventually, people will catch on to what you're doing.
Yeah. So before we get up out of here, right? We got the fallback on Spotify. Where else could people find or look for this project?
You can go to our Bandcamp page, thegoodpeople.bandcamp.com. And I mentioned that because it has our whole catalog on there. We've been around for a minute. You'll see we got a lot of music out. So if you want to go back and check out some of our older stuff, that's like the best place to go. But then, the usual places, the iTunes, Tidal, basically, all the major digital platforms, you can find the fallback.
Okay. And that's great. So anything else? Because I know you guys gave out your social media while I went on a little Casper joint where I disappeared for a minute.
Yeah, they already got it. Yeah, they good.
Yeah, but if you want to give them out again one more time for the people, you could do that. Or anything.
Sure. I mean, Saint just said the Bandcamp page, right? Thegoodpeople.bandcamp.com. Check that out. You can contact us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/thegoodpeopleny. Our Facebook, the group page is at The Good People Hip Hop.
No, that's IG. Yeah, the IG.
What did I say?
Said Facebook. The Instagram at The Good People Hip Hop. That's what we focus on most. So if you want to hit us up on there.
True that. My personal page is at DJEMSKEE. Shameless promotions. I also have a hip hop show on every Friday night on Bushwick Radio. NeverSayNever.com, an hour of new and old underground and independent hip hop. Been doing it for like 2 years. It's definitely a show you should check out.
That's what's up. So I want to thank you guys for coming through and blessing the show with your music. Like,
and there's more on the way too. There's more. We got stuff in the chamber, brother. Trust me. Yeah.
Just let me know so we could do this again.
All right, we'll do it again, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, no doubt.
definitely do it
Yes.
again.
For sure. Thank you for the dope interview, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Take it easy. Tell MJ I said what's up.
Oh, definitely. All right.
Peace.
All right. Later, y'all.